Greetings, this is Brother Elias, and it's another Sunday inside the greenhouse, or the greenhouse contemplation, or a conversation in the greenhouse. Today, I'll be reading just a little piece from a book that is called the Tibetan Book of the Dead. It's a very interesting book. Let's see. Well, yeah, I think I read from the branch of requesting the deities to be seated. I request that the meditational deities be seated here on sun, moon, and lotus cushion, symbolizing skillful means, discriminative awareness, and their stainless union. Upon their bejeweled throne, fashioned in a front of lions, and so forth. In a gratitude of an embellishment, supreme delight within the mandala of pristine cognition, which is the natural purity of phenomenal existence. And I have a DVD that I watched before. It's a lovely DVD. It's called The Five People You Meet in Heaven. And basically, this story is talking about a man who never got an opportunity to leave his local town. And he had many dreams and things like that, but he didn't get a chance to fulfill his dreams because he got injured in the war. I think it was the Vietnam War. So his father was some form of engineer at the local fair or circus. So when he was growing up, he helped his father. He was like an apprentice. So he had the skills. And when he returned from the war with an injured leg, he just went to work at this local circus. And it's amazing how, well, in this movie, he just was like somewhat of a maintenance man slash engineer, what have you. Been there for a long time, and the movie starts off, as he's a very elderly man at this point, and once in a while he look at pictures like of his wife and other locations at this fair, and that brings back memories. So he's in a state of using former experiences to keep him going in the present state, which a lot of us do. Say for instance, if a woman and a man is not together anymore, she may find a shirt that have his cologne on it and smell it. Or you may go to your college dorm and you get the picture. I don't have to go on and on about that. But anyway, one day this little girl, he created some type of balloon. You know how they can create animals with out of balloons and things like that. So to speed things up a little more, he helped her out and he continued on his way. And there was this ride that it was somewhat like when people get on, they shoot right up in the air and they come down. But the ride had a malfunction. And the malfunction, of course, made a lot of people afraid. And he was just sitting there, reclining back, just relaxing. And then something, I think his intuitive nature, as we call it, made him look up. And he looked up and he saw it was danger. And he had a cane because again his leg got injured in the war. So when he went to go help, his team to try to get the people down, the string was breaking at the same time, and that string kept the machine, well, where the people ride, it kept it afloat. It kept it in the air, and it broke, so it was coming down. And then when it was coming down, that same little girl that he made that animal out of the balloon was like under it. So he ran with all his might, dove and pushed her out of the way, and he was smashed and got killed by that machine. So the movie go on. He's he's dead, of course, but he doesn't really know he's dead. He's in the same circus fair thing, and he just noticed that his knees are not hurting, his legs are not hurting anymore. He can jump around. He start running. He started hopping over things. He's very excited because he's a child all over again, and really don't understand why. And it was a gentleman who was a blue man. He was the first person to meet him to introduce him to how it is to be on the other side. So to not to waste the entire movie, this gentleman just knew for a fact that he wasn't anybody. He didn't do anything for anyone that was measured up to anything. And he had a problem with that. And a lot of us do. We believe we don't do anything for no one. It's like, even though we know we have tremendous amount of act of kindness, but it's not recorded as if you went to a university or you went to the military and you received a reward, something that was tangible, something that was in your hand, that you can say, these are my accomplishments. So the righteous, such as myself, we have done a tremendous amount of work, but there is no way to show it. You can't show that you had people inside your apartment, your one bedroom apartment, and they didn't have nowhere to go, and and you just act acts of kindness is not really documented now, because the invention of the camera. Now, via camera, we can show and we can record some act of kindness, and we create inspirational videos from these acts of kindness to remind us what life's all about. So basically, you know, he discover he discovers that he was a great help for a tremendous amount of people. Tremendous amount of people. So that's my message to you today. I had to get me some mint. I see a new little basil over here. Let me grab me a basil. Get some inspiration from my lovely, lovely herbs. Amazing. Now, before got interrupted, a lot of time it appears that we haven't done anything in life and we are not appreciated. We must know that we are appreciated. We are appreciated when we breathe in God's or the great creation or whatever, the air. We know that we're appreciated that we can enjoy some food, and we can may have enjoy some sex or a good movie, or just driving in a car, or just taking your socks and shoes off and just walking in the grass. The earth, Gaia, Sophia, this beautiful place, loves us and cherishes us. And it's so important that we just learn how to love and cherish her in return. No matter what we have done to this great and lovely and amazing planet, it tends to continue to give. And that's my message to you. No matter what you're going through, no matter what you believe is, you're not successful and you didn't get to do the things, your dreams, like when you were 16 or 15 because you may got pregnant, or you had a career change, or all these things are totally irrelevant when it's time for us to die, or these bills or these relationships and things like that. We must know that, listen, you are very divine. You are so divine that you can get into an airplane and talk on a cell phone. Just just think how powerful those things are. We can fly in contraptions that were made from dirt and water, and then speak and record our lives. so the next generations to come can watch and see us speak and laugh and cry, like Beyonce made her diary movie. So again, we are that divine. We are so divine. If you stress over things that doesn't matter, you will have a stroke. You can literally affect creation because you didn't create your body. So if you continue to think on negative things, you will have a stroke. Or you can love yourself so much that you will be a vibrant human being. So that's one thing we must understand. We must understand that we are very beautiful and we are appreciated, even though if you don't feel like it. So my suggestion to you is get you some bubbles and make bubble water and some warm water in the tub and go sit or lie down in that tub and listen to some music, and maybe play a little game on your iPod or something unplugged. Because, back in the 80s, they had all those movies that people throw something in somebody's bathwater and they got electrocuted. But now, yeah, the 80s were crazy. People got killed by being smothered by a pillow. But anyway, make sure you love yourself and make sure you know that you are a beautiful human being and that you're a gift from God. Because if you don't, if you think otherwise, please enjoy those rewards of anxiety attacks and stress and on your way to death. Because life loves to be appreciated just like us. So therefore, please appreciate yourself and love yourself no matter what. Even if you don't feel like it, just say it and do it. And if you do it enough, you will feel it and you will enjoy it. Thank you for another day in Brother Elias' greenhouse talk or greenhouse contemplation. And I hope I get to figure out which one I'm going to choose. All right, peace and blessings.